Steam. Oh, we have an update. They must be fixing patching something. Yeah, patching. I'm so excited. I'm excited. Now I've been achievement hunting, and so that's fun. Come on. There we go. So we have two different versions of Monstera. We have the version where we kill the mother, and we have the version where we don't kill the mother. I don't remember which one's which. I think this is the one where we kill the mother, and this is the one where we didn't kill the mother. So let's start with dead mom. Yes. You drift off, you think of Reese out in the woods somewhere, bloodstained, free, and beautiful. And then you think of nothing. This is the end. Alright. Let us save. And let's continue with dead mom Reese. And as always, full recaps. The funeral for Pearl and Scarlet, your cousin's mother and your aunt, seemed like something you shouldn't ignore, even considering your own late mother's rocky relationship with this side of the family. Welcome to our family's humble estate. Oh yeah, I have to push buttons. Unfortunately, due to the current state of the house, only a few rooms will be safely accessible during your stay. I wouldn't go wandering anywhere else if you value your limbs. Floor has been known to give out. So what do you say? Want to tag along? Hold the camera for me while I narrate against a darkening sky, that sort of thing. You'll eat them words when I come carrying a mountain lion corpse out of the woods at dawn. A single deer remains behind, staring down the beam of Stella's flashlight while Gretchen whines and pulls at her harness. Duke grapples with the thing as it grabs at his shotgun, pushing the barrel out of the... Oh. Duke grapples with the thing as it grabs at his shotgun, pushing the barrel out of the way, as it grasps for Birdie with oddly jointed limbs, while Stella stares in shocked silence, as if paused, watching as the other creatures attempt to wrangle Gretchen into the darkness. Her desperate cries goes unheeded. You dive for Gretchen, attempting to snatch her away from the thing's misshapen hands. You manage to grab her, but the creature isn't deterred. It rears back on its hind legs, its mouth opening, whispered tones sliding out alongside something sharp and unnatural. But then there is the deafening blast of Duke's shotgun, and suddenly it is gone. Oh my god, what do we do? Hi! So this one is Monstera. She's the one who's romancing Reese. She is hot and mystic. Yeah, hot and mystic. So this is the version where we killed, well, we didn't kill, but we let Reese kill his mom. And he ran away into the woods. So that's where we're at right now. Stella, keep an eye out for her. Make sure she doesn't get into any more trouble. Welcome home. I'm going to bed. I'll see you tomorrow. But listen, you had better stay out of trouble. I want you home by sunset. I don't want to hear any complaints. Just do what I ask and we won't have any more problems. Yeah. So I have 3 games running. I have Irinixis, which is romancing Stella. I have Monstera, who is romancing Reese, and then I have Bruce, who is romancing Wayne. But I haven't done this with Bruce yet. I'm probably going to wait until part 2 comes out to play Bruce. basically my intentions behind each one. Irinixis was just my first playthrough, see how I naturally interact with the world. Monstera specifically is going after Reese. That's her only motive in life. And then Bruce is basically to fill in any things that I missed with my first two run-throughs to kind of just try to see what the basically complete opposite of my normal routes would be so I can explore more of the game. I have not done the Tabitha dating Stella route yet. I would be very intrigued by that. But no, I've not done that. That's interesting. I am trying to like achievement hunt the game. I'm not fully doing it on camera because that's just a lot of running through the game over and over and over, but that would be a really cool thing to do. I do have a version of the game where um I did the route where Stella and Tabitha where Stella or Tabitha comforts Stella. I did that, so I wonder if that's the route you're referring to. And then the Kanika romance too. I could skip. Already read it. Okay. They won't skip new texts. Yeah, I know. I don't actually remember how to do that. I know they had the same option in their Slay the Princess game because I really like this company. When I'm doing these playthroughs, I do try to read everything, even if I've read it before. But when I'm achievement hunting, skipping through is probably going to be super helpful because there's a lot of dialogue that you're just like trying to get through. But yeah, no, I haven't done anything with romancing Kanika. I haven't done anything with romancing Avery. I haven't done anything with well, I've done a little bit with romancing Oscar, but that one's not on camera. So I have a lot more playthroughs I can do just to kind of explore so many avenues, which will be fun. Anyways, Tabitha takes a few steps towards the door. Sunset. Control. Oh, okay. Thank you. I appreciate you so much because yeah, I didn't know what the button was. So, Winnie can fix some of Sybil's new blends. Maybe it'll calm you down a bit. I think you'll like today's mix. It's chaga and lemon balm. It should help ease the stress and tension. And if you feel like talking, I'm all ears. Have either of you? Oh, oh, cool. Okay, I only am seeing Kanika partially faded in this route. So I definitely think it has to do with the tea. I think if you drink the tea every time it's offered, then Kanika completely disappears. And if you only drink a little bit of the tea, then you have this interesting, like, faded memory of Kanika. That is super interesting. Have either of you seen Rosalina around town? I don't want to be a helicopter dad, but she hasn't been answering my texts, and I want to make sure she isn't getting into trouble out there. Hi, Dr. Kelly. We were wondering... Oh, I can't remember her name. We were wondering if it would be okay if Reese would come hang out. Nothing strenuous, we promise. Whatever you two have planned is probably going beyond what he can manage right now anyways. So it's not an update. I mean, they might have updated, but I think it's a part of the game. I think it depends. I think with Irinixis, I must have drank all of the tea, and so she completely disappeared. Whereas with Monstera, I must have rejected it at some point. Yeah, and there's the red text because she's like Wayne and the beast version of Reese, where she's viewed in some kind of monstrous way. This is really cool. I'm really liking this Kanika route. I really am excited to do a playthrough where I romance Kanika just to see what happens if you romance Kanika. Like, I would be interested to romance Kanika and reject the tea every single time because then you'd be in this interesting situation where she is forgotten by everybody except for you. But then I also like the idea of romancing Kanika and drinking all of the tea to see then how you feel. Like, do you have this memory of like missing something, like something's gone, but you don't know what? I feel like those are both going to be very, very cool routes to play, and I'm really excited about that. So I will definitely be starting another character specifically to dabble with Kanika. Ooh, yeah, double date run. Ooh, that's cute. I love that. I definitely am gonna end up having to do a double date run. I'm gonna make another character. We're gonna have more. We're gonna have Irinixis, we're gonna have Monstera, we're gonna have Bruce, and then we're gonna have this double date run. So we need to name whoever that will be. I am the only person in this town who truly cares about your safety. Don't forget that. Even if it's already too late to stop what's going to happen. As you leave Tabitha's office, you take a moment to get your bearings, only to be interrupted by sudden movement out of the corner of your eye. A girl carrying a bundle of snacks pops through a hole in the fence and disappears over a crest of the hill. She didn't. I guess the old Maxwell place doesn't cut it as a secret hangout spot these days. But the Shaw mine? That place was shut down like 100 years ago, after a collapse that killed over 100 people. You pull out your phone and dial your cousin. What is it? You know I'm in a meeting. No, you do not need to worry all about rambling. I completely understand the excitement. Like, I really, really love this game. I have so many routes going on. Like, if you look at my save history, it's ridiculous. There's so many different avenues that you can pursue. And I'm obsessed with a game where, like, your choices actually matter. Like, that's so much fun to me. Like, obviously, there's still going to be the base plot that, like, all of the things that have to happen. But I love that there's so many avenues with character interaction. That change so many things. Like, I love that kind of a game. A kid just snuck into the shop mine. I figured you should know. What? Are you serious? Why do these things keep happening to me? Ugh, whatever. I'll just head over there as soon as I can. Just stay where you are and wait for me, all right? Oh, can I? And I waited for Tabitha on this one. I have like a bajillion saves to the point I can't even tell which ones are the original. Oh my gosh, I feel you on having too many saves. Like, I look at my load screen and I'm like, what is all of this? What I'm probably gonna have to do at some point is just every variant of save history I have, when the game is fully out, I'll just have to play all of them to the end, just because that sounds very fun to my brain, and just be like, all right, finish out every route, see what happens. Yes, I wish I did with Slay the Princess. I would have loved to have achievement hunted Slave the Princess and like found every ending, but I did not in fact do that. I just was so chaotic with it, which I think is why I'm a little bit more methodical with this one, because there's so much that I feel like I missed in Slay the Princess. I ended up watching like YouTube videos where I like watched all the avenues. Um, but I'm like way more diligent with this one because now I know what the game, like I know more about what the creator does, and so I'm like, yeah, I know this is my game style. I'm gonna enjoy this properly. A man named Charlie Shaw decided it was okay to use faulty wood for support struts, and the entire mine came down. A lucky few died instantaneously, but for most of the souls who perished, it was slow and agonizing. Your father was a foreman at the continuous mining facility. We'll see if he even has a job tomorrow morning. Oh, she vanished! Oh my gosh, she vanished entirely. My dad says our house is haunted. She's interrupted by a pair of thunderous knocks. Oh, wait, no, okay, she didn't. Wait a second. Where'd the three of you run off to? Are you kidding me? There's something in the darkness before you that's much louder, though you don't hear it, but you can feel it in your chest like the deep growls of a predator. What do you think you're doing? Get away from there! Your cousin dives towards you, but not before the light from your phone illuminates the chamber. Monster, are you alright? Wait, Becca and Alexis are still down there. You can't just leave them here. I know which way they're going. They'll listen to me. They'll listen to you this time, I promise. Your surroundings quake as the mine collapses around you. Tabitha doesn't say a word as the car cuts along the darkened road. Mom! There are two of them now. As you're ready to leave, Janie approaches from the far side of the kitchen. Tabitha remains between the two of you, impatiently tapping her foot. Oh, Monstera, before you go, I heard about what just happened last night. I heard about it before Miss Tabitha mentioned it just now, and then I heard it again. I just wanted to say that I am so sorry you got caught up in that. I'll be praying for Oscar and poor little Rosalina. They are such sweethearts. I couldn't have happened to nicer people. Morning. Is the new blend ready? Of course. Monstera, if you'd like to keep Miles company, Tabitha and I will be just a minute. Oh, excuse me. Wait, you're Monstera, aren't you? My name's Bo. I'm Duke's boy. It's a pleasure to meet you. The policeman told me you saw what happened to my daddy. Tabitha stops in front of a small house on a quiet hill off Main Street. The Scarlets own most of the town out here. Our house is out here. We rent them out to employees. Just more convenient, you know. Your cousin pulls out a heavy set of keys from her pockets. She picks out one marked with a bright strip of green tape and unlocks the door. Come on in. Don't worry. It's empty. Yep, he's a dog. You can tell this dog is the mayor from his little sash and his fancy little top hat. There's a regal air about him, almost as if he knows the position of authority he's been elected to. Yes, this is the first time. So this is the one where I kind of ignored everybody and hung out with Tabitha because my only focus was Reese. And so me and Tabitha got a little bit closer because I didn't care about anybody but Reese. Before you can catch up at your companions, you're intercepted by a nervous man with a cross around his neck. It's hard to put your finger on it. Something compels you to dislike this man. Something sounds like an old Gretchen and the mayor have some unresolved issues. What did you say? I'm Pastor Daniel. I take it you're Monstera? Everyone's been buzzing about you. I can't remember the voice I gave him. Just muttering words. I'm so sorry about your aunt, but I'm sure she's in a better place now. If you'd ever like to discuss your beliefs, my door is always open. Basement is what you might expect out of a tortured artist who spends all of his time confined to a studio. Discarded canvases line its edges while trash and sketches leak out from their piles in the corners of the room, hiding the bare cement floor. Yeah, this is the one where Reese ate his mom. This is the only one where Reese ate his mom. In the other one, did I lock him away or did I kill him? Oh, so Irinixis' playthrough, we killed him. I had Tabitha come over and she shot him. And then in this one, I have two variants. I have a variant where he eats his mom, and then I have a variant where I use the hot trait and I save him, and nobody dies. Discarded canvases line its edges while trash and sketches leak out from their piles in the corners of the room. Hiding the bare cement floor, ghoulish faces coat the walls in paint, sneering out of their creator. Your mom is so scary. She can be a little intense, kind of overprotective, which I guess makes sense. Anyways, make yourselves comfortable. You'll have to forgive the mess. I've been distracted lately. Haven't been cleaning much. Dinner's already laid out. Dinner rolls, spaghetti, and a light salad. Anxiously picks at her food. Stella is nervously talkative, and Reese is suddenly quiet and tense, his shoulders tight as his mother perches on the chair next to his. Dr. Kelly's eyes you all with a fierce, sharp gaze. So we were talking about maybe watching a movie sometime this week. Well, Monstera isn't still in town. We'll have to see how you're feeling. I can handle a movie, Doc. Yeah, we'll just sit downstairs in the dark. Reese is used to that. I'm sure he'll be fine. Yeah, because I romanced Stella. She didn't. Yeah. You're always overestimating how much you're able to do, Reese. This is why you keep getting sick. If I get sick, so what? It's not like that's ever going to change. I'm sick every day and I'm not getting better. I don't want to spend the last few miserable years of my life holed up in the basement alone just because seeing my friends has been deemed too strenuous. I'm an adult, for God's sake. I can't believe I have to ask permission from my mom. Just have friends. Reese stops mid-sentence, wincing in pain and wrapping himself in his arms. Don't say things like that. I'm doing everything I can to try and fix. Silence as Dr. Kelly's eyes shoot open. Reese? Reese abruptly pulls himself down from the table. Hey, you're just in time. Rosalina's situated in the back room. Alexis is keeping her company while we hopefully get this all sorted out. Oscar and settle as the doors swing open. It seems I made it just in time. Let's get this show on the road. I don't have all night. Whoa. This is where I've seen it. It appears on top of the stain. Ella pulls back the carpet, revealing a hatch. The floor around it is stained in reddish brown. I'm going for it. Wait, do you hear music? Movement stirs as a figure cloaked in shadow rises to attention. Stella? There you are. I would have found you sooner, but the resident clearly doesn't want me here. Doesn't seem to have the same issue with these miserable little parasites. Bottom feeders always manage to slip through the cracks, don't they? Sins of the father are to be laid upon the children. One of you must forfeit. It doesn't matter who which. Bullshit! I hope I didn't come too late. It wants something, doesn't it? And I think you know which of you should volunteer. You must be joking. Let's just leave. Agreed. Sybil, you've got in here. You can get us out. Sybil sighs. Tabitha, are you sure you want to leave this business unfinished? Absolutely, this is not our problem. If you think it's best course of action, yes, I can get you out. It's only a question of seeing through the illusion. We're in a basement, even if all of your senses are telling you otherwise. Try closing your eyes and remembering where you are. Sorry, I just can't right now. See you later. She hurries off down the road. Before I go, Sybil places a hand on your arm, holding you back for a moment. I'm sure you have questions after everything you saw tonight, but let's not get into it here. I think everyone could use a little rest and relaxation right now, yourself included. If you swing by the tea room sometime tomorrow, say early afternoon, you and I can have a little chat. I'll see you then, Monstera. Don't even notice yourself entering the guest room and falling into bed. Suddenly, you're just there, buried under your family's musty covers. You open your eyes. It's a new day. But your thoughts are interrupted by the buzz of your phone on the nightstand. Hey, have you heard from Stella? I haven't been able to get a hold of her. Thought she might have at least checked in with you. You check your messages. There's nothing from Stella. You push past the old woman, heading up the stairs to blank. Sybil calls after you, but you ignore her. Something isn't right here. This is wild. I had no idea any of this was here. An entire hospital wing rotting away for decades behind some flimsy drywall. His voice sounds distant. Your sole focus is finding it, your feet moving without prompting, as you stumble down the hallway towards the far wall, barely registering the antique clutter as you stagger past it. Whoa, are you okay? You don't respond. You don't bother to retrieve the axe. The wall's rotten, water damage eating away at the wood. Over the course of unknowable years, the planks nearly reduced to sawdust. You tear into it. Enemies upstairs, enemies outside. We're surrounded. Even if we get out of this house, I won't be safe. You won't be safe. As Reese tears at his clothes, paint bubbles out from the canvases, his ghoulish figure peeling themselves into their two-dimensional worlds, invading yours, crawling up to the walls. Grab my hand, I'll pull you out. Leave us alone. Dr. Kelly opens the door. The two of you are staring out into the hallway. Come along, my darling, my love, my Reese. He's so cute, this little monster. Just eating his mom and shit. Hi, baby. Is this what you were so afraid of? Hand over the tranquilizer. This is our shot. You take a cautious step back from the doorway. Reese pushes his now massive form into the safe room, staring down at his mother. Reese, I'm so sorry. I'm sure we'll see each other tomorrow. You should try and spend some time in that old building before you head to town. Tabitha won't be around, too busy at the mines. Forbidden places won't be forbidden without her there to stop you. You might be surprised at what you find. Until then, sleep well. He disappears into the underbrush. You close your eyes, your exhausted body succumbing to sleep almost immediately. As you drift off, you think of Reese out in the woods somewhere, bloodstained, free and beautiful. And then you think of nothing. It's time to continue your journey. Let me find my boyfriend. A lonely piano refrains echo through your head as you sleep. It feels like it goes on forever, clumsy and uncertain of itself, starting at random. But as your dreams start to fade, you realize the music is following you to the waking world, continuing even as your mind resolidifies and banishes the last few remnants of your dreams. Oh, my babies! When it finally stops, you're startled by the sudden silence. You're awake now, cold and uncomfortable. Your muscles stiff and achy, your head still clouded with sleep. You realize there's a concerning lack of blanket and mattress. There's nothing beneath you but hardwood, floorboards, dusty and uneven. I want to know what they say! Oh, I need to be home when I can talk to animals. This isn't okay. There's also a weight on your chest and claws digging gently into your skin. Your heart skips a beat. My son! You're greeted by two beady eyes staring down at you over the twitching nose of the opossum that lives in your drawer. The other is crouched in the corner, eyeing you warily. You are not in your room. Start crying. Stand up, smacking the possum. Stand up and get your bearings. Oh, I want to pet them. My son. So cute. Stand, your legs still wobbly with sleep. The odd tilt of the floor, adding to your unsteadiness. The possum clings to your shirt with its tiny claws, holding on for dear life. You must be in the forbidden wing. The small possum finally moves. It carefully makes its way down the length of your clothes, as if afraid you might notice if he moves too quickly. Oh, so cute! Oh my god. Look at them! Look at them! Oh my god. I'm just like actually crying at how cute they are. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. They're so cute. So I'm definitely gonna have to play this again with a talk to animals route where I don't romance Stella. Because Stella, her reaction to these adorable babies was just not okay. I love them so much. Oh my gosh. He's so tiny. He's so cute. He's my baby. My boy Dustin. I love him. Okay. Stop crying. You need to breed. It hastens when it finds solid ground, scurrying to the larger possum in the corner. The two stare up at you, not quite afraid, but clearly more weary now that you've risen to your full human height. Maybe they were watching over you as you slept. Maybe they were hoping you might be lunch. Either way, you're both going your separate ways now. No, Dustin, my son, love me. Sorry, I don't talk to you. There are two doors out of the barren room. One is a normal doorway leading into what you assume to be a hallway. The other is a door that might have once been hidden, though the ruined state of the wallpaper has robbed it of its secrecy. Okay. Investigate the once hidden door. Call someone. Yell, hoping someone will hear you. Continue deeper. We're gonna investigate the hidden door. There doesn't seem to be a clear way to open it, besides the brass circles where a handle should be. Fuck it, we ball. Try to force the door open. I feel that. The fact that Dustin left made me so sad. I want my baby boy with me right now. He's so cute. My goodness. I need to do a replay already. I need that. That's a mandatory. Uh anyways, I'm breaking up with Stella and Irinixis anyways because she was rude to Dustin and that's enough to dump your girlfriend over, so like Oh, you push on the wall and it doesn't budge. You try messing with the metal contraption that stands in place of the door's handles, tugging and jiggling, and pushing on it in every which way, and still nothing. Look through the hole where the handle used to be. I hate that, but here we go. You lean forward, peering into the narrow opening of what lies beyond the door. It's your room, which means you'd still be able to slip right back into the safety of the rest of the house if you could just manage to find the handle. Nah. You make your way carefully across the slanted room and deeper into the forbidden wing. Yes, we can talk to him during my Kanika romance. Yes. So when I need to take notes. Do I have paper? I do have paper. I'm gonna take notes. Hold up. Okay. So Kanika romance. 2 routes. 1 drink tea. 1 doesn't. Stella and Tabitha romance. And then I need to talk to animals. Okay, cool. And then I'll have to figure out my other trait. So that'll be fun. I got it. Documented. I do not play with note taking. Like, that paper was on the ready. It was so close. All right. Before you is a long hallway, age-stained curtains. Because I also want to. I need on that run. I need Oh well, maybe not on that run. Bruce is street smarts, I believe. He's street smarts and he is strength 1, powerful build. But there's a secret talk to animals route that I want to take. Because there's 2 things I want to do that I don't want to reveal if you don't know what they are. But it's about the invader in the greenhouse. I want to do a talk to animals route where I also have street smarts, so that way I can get into the greenhouse and explore that. And then I also want to explore more with the church route because I haven't done as much with that, which Bruce is going to explore the church route, but he doesn't have to talk to animals. And there's a secret church route if you can talk to animals. So I need to do quite a few talk to animals routes. There's a lot that I'm doing with this game. I'm just playing it 30,000 times. Street smarts to talk to animals for that one. So we may do that on this route, but I don't know if that's going to affect this stage. Because would the possums then go live in the greenhouse and not be in my bedroom for this? Because that would make me sad. So we'll have to do a 2 route for that one as well. Okay. So yeah. All right. Before you is a long hallway, age-stained curtains fluttering in the breeze, flowing in through cracked glass. Weak sunlight illuminates the dust dancing on the air. You know the answer? Okay. An ornate entryway, its door long gone, breaking the monotony of the faded wallpaper, and a staircase looms at the far end. Investigate the entryway, the ornate entryway. You make your way to the dark doorway in the middle of the corridor. Seems like some kind of entertainment room, the sort you'd expect out of fancy rich people who wanted to show off. Now, say I know what's in there, I just haven't actually gotten in there to interact with it yet, so that's what I'm excited about. It would feel elegant if not for the massive crack that runs the entire length of the floor. The air here stinks of mildew. You can see why Tabitha doesn't want you exploring these rooms. There is a large painting on a far wall of the room. From a distance, it looks like it might depict the town. Something else catches your eye too, a bookshelf, or rather what's left of a bookshelf, hanging by a single rusty hinge. Its sagging shelves reveal some sunless pages beyond some once hidden, now exposed by the rot of this house. Yeah, and that's what I want to do, is I want to interact with it. The painting highlights a number of old buildings and locals, many of which you've already visited. The town hall, the estate, the mines, and the clinic, still called a hospital at the time of this painting. And then there are the places you've yet to see, the church as well as the historical Callaway Tremine homesteads. The faded bronze plaque beneath reads, "In commemoration of Enoch Scarlet, head of the Scarlet Hollow Landmark Revitalization Project. Let the past never be forgotten." Examine the space beyond the broken bookshelf. You cross the parlor, testing each careful step along the way, and duck between the collapsed shelves of the old bookshelf. The space is dark, its features barely illuminated by the faint light trickling in through the myriad of cracks and holes in the walls. The wallpaper, a deep, exquisite red, adds a blood-like glow to the dimness. The walls are lined with ornate displays, cabinets, some empty, some still presenting their antique treasures. Nestled between the cabinets, a single tall bookshelf remains standing, its occupants dusty but mostly intact. And all of these are ornamental details. Your focus is drawn to an expansive-looking antique desk in the center of the room. Examine the desk. I've been choosing to reread because of the fact that I'm posting these to my YouTube channel, and so my hope is that if somebody were to watch them without watching the other playthroughs, that they would be able to still enjoy the game. But I will definitely try the control thing later. But all of these are ornamental details. Your focus is drawn in an expansive-looking antique desk in the center of the room. Open the top drawer. The top drawer mostly contains old-timey letter writing material, complete with a fancy dagger-shaped letter opener and a wax stamping kit blazoned with the initials ES. Underneath, you find a pile of crumbling financial documents, scrawled in neat cursive in every spot that needed a signature. Is the name Enoch Scarlet. This must be his desk, meaning this also must be his study. And at the very bottom of the drawer, you're surprised to find a face you recognize staring back up at you. An antique photograph of a young man, his blonde hair nearly white against the dark sepia. Sepia? Sepia? I don't know why my brain doesn't know how to pronounce that. It was SEPIA background. It's Teddy. He looks almost exactly the same as he did in your vision. Almost. There's a carefree look in his eyes that seems to have faded by the time he found his way to that hospital bed. Close the drawer. Open the bottom drawer. Ooh, and it's all available this time because there's not possums in it. The bottom drawer offers some resistance as you try to pull it out. It seems that it was locked, though the bit of metal attempting to hold it shut seems to have rusted to the point of uselessness years ago. It gives in with a sharp tug, rotting wood splintering softly somewhere within the century-old desk. Inside, you find a strange collection of glass vials. Their surfaces are clouded over, but you can make out what seems to be paper, preserved somehow inside the containers, a hint of writing visible at the edges. Open the vials. You reach for one of them, but hesitate before opening it. It's a fragile thing, and it hums with a strange energy. You close your eyes and focus on the hum, and to your surprise, at the back of your mind, you hear it. This is dope! Okay, to Miss Maeve, I know it has been several years since my last visit, and I do hope that you remember the young lad who used to find himself at your doorstep more than you probably would have liked. I write you now with the utmost urgency. I'm not sure if news has yet reached you regarding what transpired just yesterday. Many lives were lost. The town is in a frenzy. I hope to mitigate some of the damage that has been done, and thus must speak with you at once. I attempted the journey to your place of residence, but was unable to locate it. You once told me of another way to reach you, and though it seems nothing but a half-remembered fantasy, I am acting in desperation. I can only hope this letter finds you, and if this letter finds its way to you, and you once said it would be in my hour of need. I must meet with you at your soonest convenience. Sincerely, E.S. You reached for another. Miss Venita, trouble with tea. Your presence requested at once. And another. Venita, know that what you tried. Do not appreciate the attempt at subterfuge, though we both knew what was at stake here. The boy has been dealt with. Expect me this evening for in-person discussion. Some of these letters are addressed to Miss Maeve, and some to Verena. All are signed E.S. You assume these must have been from Enoch. Many seem unimportant, just listing a time and place. You assume meetings between Enoch and whoever the Venera may have been. You return to the hallway outside of the parlor, and we follow the footsteps. You follow the path laid out in the dust. It takes you up a flight of stairs, the way down blocked by debris, and you find yourself on the third floor of the estate for the first time. There are more footsteps leading all the way down the hallway and into the furthest door. Approach the window. You carefully approach the window at the far end of the hall. That sure is a cliff. There is nothing below the window but the top of distant trees, the ground having crumbled away. The only thing stopping you from plummeting to your death is the strained foundation that still somehow holds this place together, at least for now. Boxes slide out of the way with a bit of elbow grease. You push past them into the room beyond. The room is coldly empty. The large antique bed is made, its sheets ancient and dusty, but still somehow giving off the feeling of tidiness, even with cobwebs stretched between each corner of its four-poster frame. Search the desk. You step towards the desk, its drawers practically overflowing with stationery. As you sift through paper, it quickly becomes clear to you whose room this is. There are stacks of bills in Edwardine's name, filling nearly every drawer. And even once you manage to get past the letters of envelopes and tri-folded paper, you hit a permafrost of receipts. It seems she was doing her best to be meticulous and hold on to any scrap of paper that might possibly be important. But when you reach the bottom drawers, you find something entirely different. Greeting cards, letters, small wrapped packages, some opened, some sealed, some crumpled into messy balls. You open one of the cards. Both pages are taken up by a handwritten note. Tabby, hope you're doing well. Not a day goes by that I don't miss you. Hope Perlan treats you to your best Christmas yet. Not sure what sort of doodads you're into these days, so I sent a little something that made me think of you. I made sure they were the best shells of the bunch. Not sure how rare any of them are, but they're awfully pretty, and we've still got that beach smell. And make sure you put your ear up to them. It doesn't compare to the real thing, but it comes close enough. And in case you think that makes me a cheapskate, I made sure to send along a little cash too, so you can get yourself something nice, something a little nicer than glorified beach trash. Make sure you get Pearl Ann to take you to that nice toy store, because that's where I'd take you if I were there. If you get the time, I'd love to hear from you. Miss you so much, Tabby. I'm always thinking of you. You can come out and visit me anytime. I know you've always wanted to see what it's like out east. I made sure to write out my address on the back of this card, just in case you didn't know how to get a hold of me. Been missing you, my incredible, wonderful, amazing daughter. All my love, Dad. You pull out another from closer to the top of the pile. Happy birthday, Tabby. It's me again, your old dad. So the big 2-0. Can't believe my daughter is such an adult. In my mind, you're still that bouncing little kid doing cartwheels on front lawn, telling me what various animals sound like you're the professor of animal noises. I have no idea if you read these, but I'll keep writing them, even if sometimes it feels like I'm writing them to a ghost. I mean, we haven't spoken almost 15 years. You're a whole human being now, and I have no idea what you're like. I like to think we'd get along now. As always, my address is on the back. I hope you'll decide to come visit me one of these days. I've got a guest room all set up, but just in case, I'm always ready for you, kid. I love you. I always will, no matter who you turned out to be. Love, Dad. There are years and years of these. The bottom drawer is almost entirely unopened envelopes, dated from when Tabitha would have been just a kid, all from him. You pocket a few of the cards. You make your way to the closet. It seems Edwardine kept things neat and orderly, or as neat and orderly as she could, considering the decaying state of this place. You can't help but notice that these dresses look strikingly like the style of Tabitha wears. You can imagine Pearl Ann sifting through Edwardine's old trunks of clothes, recycling moth-eaten vintage dresses for her daughter in place of buying anything new. The only thing here besides her clothes and shoes is a box shoved off to one side. You pick it up. Child-sized overalls, striped shirts, a small pair of trousers with suspenders still attached. One of those little sailor suit boys from the 50s were always wearing. When you pull off the last shirt, a note is revealed, tucked away in the bottom of the box in a protective plastic sleeve. It's scrawled in almost unintelligible handwriting, written in some brown, thick, watery liquid that's caked with age. Mommy, I am in here, too, and I love you. Your hand trembles. The note somehow makes the tip of your fingers feel dirty, even as it sits behind a layer of plastic. You drop it back into the box, once again covering it with the clothes, shoving it back into the recesses of this forgotten closet where it belongs. And into the tucked-away room, you return to the hallway. This space was clearly once a nursery, though no child has been in here for a long, long time. Top shelf is occupied by antique picture books, Dick and Jane, books of nursery rhymes, ancient editions of Grimm's fairy tales. The lower shelves are full of educational material, from children's encyclopedias to writing practice workbooks. From the sheer number of learning-oriented books on the shelves, you get the impression that the children who lived here were not supposed to be as interested in fun and fiction as they were in diction and spelling. Your family may have been wealthy, but maybe not in joy. You leaf through a few of the practice writing workbooks, gently turning the near crumbling pages. Reasons Mommy should take me and Maribel to the zoo. 1. We have been very good girls and have not cried for a whole week. 2. Maribel says elephants are so big and I would like to see one. 3. I think it would be really fun and Mommy would have a good time. All are signed with the carefree scrawled signature of Alexandria Scarlet. You flip through the rest of the book, your eyes unfocused as the many practice sentences and letter copying pages flash by, but something near the back of the book gives you pause. In a section that starts with prompt, Today Alexandra continues with, Talked to boy in the wall. You're done here. Return to the hall. You make your way back to the hallway. Follow the trail to the farthest room. You continue following the trail of footprints approaching the furthest room down the hall. The door was clearly meant to be hidden, but it's best left open. The room is starkly empty, save for a rug and a few candelabras. The lack of dusty old boxes and rotting antiques mark it as distinct from the rest of the cluttered, forgotten spaces you've explored. It pains you to stand in this space. Emotions hang over you, strong, oppressive, and overwhelming thoughts that threaten to fill your lungs. You don't feel death here. You feel something worse, a deeper loss, one that's left a wound that has refused to scar. You can't help but fixate on the carpet in the center of the room. The corner is crumpled as if it had recently been moved. Move the carpet. You pull the carpet up, exposing the bare floor and revealing what lies beneath. An ornate ring of sigils has been carved into the floor, 5 along the edges, and a 6th in the center. The circle emits a low, a now uncomfortable, familiar feeling. You can feel your gaze forced to crawl over every intricate detail of the carving in front of you. The serpents wrap around the staff, give you flashes of the room beyond the morgue. The serpents wrapped around the staff give you flashes of the room beyond the morgue. The darkness that swept through the house once as it had been uncovered. Fist and chains. I don't know if I can see them all. Makes you feel like you're back in the claustrophobic confines of the mines, surrounded by angry hammering in its memories. The horns have the same nightmarish, dreamy feeling of the world constructed by the furious ghost of Charles Shaw, Jr. The others are new to you. The feelings they emit are less intensive, giving only vague impressions of what they might be tied to. Golden fields, the mewling of fresh souls, just slithering out from the womb and desperate to be fed. Another that rings like bells in your mind, calling you not towards it, but away from it, pushing you from its threshold and into the darkness. But the central symbol is strongest of all. It etches out across the room, a vast ego proclaiming its dominance. Okay, so that has to be the field and the church. You continue forward towards the door on the far side of the room. You exit into a sort of hallway. There are stairs here, leading back down to the lower floor, but there is also another door. It's hanging ajar, the many locks and deadbolts along its edge glimmering in the weak morning light. The doorframe itself is gouged and splintered, evidence that some desperate creature tried to save itself from the room beyond time and time again. Enter. You step forward. This was a prison cell. Everything about this place reeks of neglected humanity. The walls are covered in scratches, legible words mixed in with nonsense of desperate clawing. The one window sat high in the far wall. It's fitted with a thick pane of glass, as if the iron bars just beyond it wouldn't be enough to hold the imprisoned. You cannot help but notice that the doll from the closet sits watching you from the bed, one eyelid drooping. It adds an extra layer of menace to the already desperate, deeply unsettling room. Property of Alexandra. The pain radiating from these walls howls through your mind. Whatever lived here lived in constant torment. The etching on the walls are more than just evidence of the suffering that went on here. Whatever was trapped in these walls was trying to send a message to you, or to anyone who might happen across it. Your eyes are drawn to the massive, almost letters dug as deep into the brick as the cell's prisoner could manage, highlighted with whatever pigments were available. It almost looks like a word, though none of the lines meet up, causing you to constantly doubt whether they're letters at all, or just lines that fool the eyes into imagining shapes that aren't there. Your stomach clenches with nausea as you run your eyes along the deep furrows in the wall. Whatever was in here wanted these words to be known, so you do your best to store them away, trying to burn the image of them into your mind, carved deep into the wall, bloody against the filthy brick. And then, one final detail grabs you. A metallic glint from the filthy bare mattress. A doorknob. This is what you've been looking for. Was it left here for you? Take the handle. Yeah, see, that's what I'm not sure yet. Because I did let Wayne walk me home after because Reese, ran off into the woods. But, I do want to see if it's possible to go look for Reese. Because that is always Monstera's number one goal in life is Reese. So, I don't know. We'll see what we could do. As you take it, a sound wraps around you. Music. The tinkling of piano keys, played by a clumsy hand. They echo up a narrow staircase at the end of the hall. So this is where I can avoid him. I see. We probably should avoid him. Especially because I know that it's him. And I should just go look for my boyfriend. Because again, that's going back to what I said, where I have a focus. I'm just here for Reese. You make your way back to where you woke up and slot the handle into the secret door on the wall. It twists and the door pulls back and you stumble through the closet back into your bedroom. You lean against the doorframe, relieved at yet once again having sturdy, unslopped ground beneath your feet and moderately clean air to breathe. The estate has gotten to you. After the events of this morning, your body burns with a furious itch to leave this place behind, to be anywhere but here. You leave in a haze, mindlessly grabbing clothes and an uncharged phone, barely even noticing your surroundings as you rush outside, the morning's revelations seizing your body and mind alike with a suffocating grip. The cell, the doll, Enoch's occult sanctuary, the boy in the wall and his outfits in Edwardine's closet. Is it possible your cousin has known about all of this? Tabitha can't be trusted. Tabitha is just as dark as I was. Is just as in the dark as I was. Tabitha deserves a chance to explain herself. Tabitha needs to explain herself. Everything in the Forbidden Wing was ancient. Tabitha has nothing to do with it. Wayne can't be trusted. Tabitha deserves a chance to explain herself. She is your cousin after all. You'll just tell her everything you saw, and surely the two of you can have a healthy and productive conversation and get to the bottom of things, right? Maybe going to hear her side of things directly is your best course of action. I'm going to the police. I need to see Tabitha. Maybe there's an explanation for what I've witnessed. Tabitha needs to know about what's been hidden away in her home. I'm going to someone I can trust. The only way out of this is to find the rest of the stone carvings, alone if I have to. Getting the hell out of this place, even if I need to walk. I wonder if I can search for my boyfriend. That's right. If you just manage to throw yourself into the arms of someone you can actually trust, maybe they can help you. Maybe you don't have to deal with this alone. And you trust anyone. There's a sound in the woods to your right, a snapping branch. It breaks you from your panic, your mind going blank with fresh fear. Okay, that's all I needed. The rest doesn't matter. This is all I wanted in life. Monster. Look at you. You turn, shocked, and see that Reese is there lurking at the edges of the woods. He's washed off the blood and seems to have found himself a jacket. But there is still an inhumanity to his features that hasn't faded. Long teeth poke out from between misshapen lips like a wolf hiding in a man's skin. His paintings are here too. Warped faces staring down at you from the trees. Hey, no need to panic around. I'm around. He does it with elf ears. Look at him. You helped me make my problem disappear, and I can always help you get rid of yours. Okay. Jesus Christ, Reese, you scared the shit out of me. I can handle it myself. I'm okay. I cannot talk right now. I'm trying to figure out what I need to do, and I'm scared and confused. Reese, I'm so glad to see you. You won't believe what I found. My love. Reese, I'm so glad to see you. You won't believe what I found in there. Reese listens intently as you explain what you found in the estate. So is Reese just gonna eat all of my problems? Is that the world we're in? Like, I accept. When we describe the cell with its dirtied walls carved deep with scratches, his eyes flash. There's unwelcomed recognition there. Just like what the doctor built for me. Monstera. How much do you trust Tabitha? I don't know. Eat my problems away, horse demon boyfriend. Get it. Like, she has nothing to do with this. It's probably all ancient history. Why do you ask? She's not like my mom was. She's not gonna do that. You don't think I don't. Huh? This isn't about Tabitha. Bro, I don't know. I don't know. You don't think. Of course I do. After last night. Of course I would think your cousin is plotting something. And I would never let something like that happen. Especially not to you. You're too important to me. You might be right. She's been cagey all week. Not everything can be solved with violence, Reese. Leave her alone. No, Reese, eat her. Eat the world and be with me. But she's my cousin. She loves me. She wouldn't do this to me. I can't believe it. Please don't eat my cousin. She's just a normal grumpy woman. So can I talk to her, and if it goes wrong, he'll eat her? Or is this my only chance for him to eat my cousin? Because I need to know. Like, if I can solve it without violence, cool. But also, I kind of want Reese to eat what's happening. Okay, save it to both. Yes! That's what I'm about to do. Because, like, Reese, are you gonna eat Tabby? Okay, so why don't I talk to her? I'm sure there's a reasonable explanation. Let's try that. Yes! Eating out cousins. Sounds like fun. Why don't I just talk to her? I'm sure there's a reasonable explanation. If I'm right, talking to her is the last thing you should do. She'll just lie to your face, say whatever she needs to say, and then keep plotting her plan of attack. But you found out before she could do anything. That's good. We can stop her. No, I can stop her. Monstera, you trusted me before. You didn't trust me now. We both know what needs to be done about people like this. And I can do it. I can save you the way you saved me. Okay, now we're in the Heathers. He's about, like, that's where we're at now. Oh, okay. Reese, this is what we're here for. You can't be suggesting what, yeah, eat my cousin. Here we go. We aren't even sure what she's going to do. She might not know anything about this. You can't let the doctor be right about you. Violence isn't always the answer. Reese, you can't. She's still my cousin. I knew I could count on you. There has to be some other way. But what if something goes wrong? What if she fights back? No, 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 no. Please, no more death. I'm coming with you. We can do it together. I'm coming with, babe. We can do it together. Don't want me there. Fuck you, bro. No, no, I don't. I don't want you to have to see it again. You looked so scared. I don't want you to be scared of me. I'd never hurt you. I hope you know that. Reese takes a step forward, his long legs closing the distance between you. Ha ha ha. Ah, baby. Okay. He stares down at you for a moment, his eyes crawling down your face, taking you in before finally resting on your lips, his own part slightly revealing the tip of his gleaming fangs. This is my type. He hesitates, his shoulders stiffening. Kiss him. No, 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 no! Go back! Did he kiss me? Oh, he bit me! Did he bite me? No, he kissed me. But you don't get another word out before his hands are on you. One clamped down on your shoulder, clutching tight. The other winds its way back to the back of your neck, tightening around your skull, pulling you in and pressing his lips to yours. His maw seems to engulf your entire face. His teeth close around your jaw, the warm wetness of his mouth nearly suffocating as his long forked tongue slithers out, sliding along the side of your cheek, the inside of your cheek, exploring you like it has a mind of its own. His sharp fingernails dig into the skin of your scalp, and you feel something prehensile and thin and strange. His tail wrapping around your legs, pulling you even closer. You feel thoroughly held, almost bound by the monstrous man. But he pulls away, his chest heaving with satisfied breaths as he grins down at you, exposing his sharp teeth that has been pressing into your cheeks just a moment ago. Don't his eyes look like the moon? I noticed it too. I'll come back when it's done. Okay, Reese, you can go eat my cousin. He straightens up, seeming to pull himself back together, shaking off the momentary trance. I'll protect you. I promise. That won't be our last kiss. Okay. This is awesome. And then he's gone, scampering off into the woods, followed by his strange, living paintings, on his way to do something unspeakable to your cousin. He asked you to wait, but you can't do that. Not with this town the way it is. You have to keep moving. Okay. Okay. Um, yeah, I'm going after him. Like, I'm going after him. I'm gonna watch you eat my cousin. Before he gets far enough that you lose the trail, you start down the narrow path to your path he seemed to be using, following the brief flashes of his paintings as they do the same. You stumble from the edge of the woods, gasping for breath, nearly gagging from overexertion. You're vaguely aware of torn clothes and torn skin, casualties of the brambles you found yourselves clambering through on the way here, but at least you made it to the mines just in time to see the last of Reese's paintings disappear through a hole in the exterior fence. The miners at the entrance are none the wiser, too caught up in their chanting to notice as you slip in after them, climbing your way up towards Tabitha's trailer. As you approach, there is the sound of groaning metal, a loud crash, and then a gunshot! The door of the trailer is ripped from its hinges. There's a commotion inside before crashing. Reese appears in the doorway, clutching his shoulder. Blood pours from between his fingers. He glances up at you, surprised, then ashamed, slumping against the railing. Monstera, I told you not to follow me. And I told you not to do this! Reese, this is suicide. Please stop. I can't let you do this. You can't kill my cousin. It's not right. We need to call someone. You need an ambulance. Did you finish the job? Reese, I'm sorry. This is all my fault. Get out of here. Go. Run. Do not frickin' die. No. I have to protect you. I won't let her lock you away. I killed him. Droplets of blood and chunks of tissue ran down into the gravel as Tabitha steps out of her office, staring down what's left of the young man. But he's still alive. He's still alive. That's so fair. Wayne would have tanked that. It's okay. It's okay. He's weak. Remember, he's been being poisoned. He's emaciated. Like, he has his reasons. Okay, he has his reasons. But he's still alive. One claw desperately holding his mangled face together as he staggers away, gurgling, unable to speak through his shattered jaw. Tabitha, wait, I think that's Reese. Huh? That freak from school? Whatever, I don't care, it came after us. So what if it used to be human? He stares at you with one good eye, desperate and afraid, his own viscera dripping from between his fingers. Then he's running, stumbling with a jagged, uneven gait towards the tree line, until finally he slips into the safety of the dark woods. As a smell of gunpowder and viscera hangs over you, a crowd of onlookers filter in. The air is still. In the places unusually filled with the churning of industry, there is only tension and hushed whispers. But the newly formed crowd doesn't stop your cousin from focusing her gaze on you. You and that thing are buddies, huh? And you sent it up here to what? Kill me? Look, I was in the Forbidden Wing when some of the stuff I saw freaked me out, and he got freaked out, and that was all out of hand. I tried to stop him. I didn't think he would come after you like that. You shot my boyfriend! I have no affiliation with that guy. I just got here. Stella, get away from her. She's the real monster. I can't do this with you right now. Okay, so honestly, you shot my boyfriend is what I want to say, but I also kind of want to call her out in front of the entire town. So we're making another save. I'm just going to have to, open a new file for this. So first things first. You shot! You're what? When did that happen? And does it have anything to do with this appearance? Never mind, that doesn't matter. We should call him an ambulance, and then I think we should all sit down somewhere and talk. Maybe back at the estate? Neither of those will be necessary, actually, because I called the cops the second that monstrosity barged into my office. They should be here momentarily. They can send paramedics after that thing if you want to. But I will have them prioritizing apprehending my cousin. I think a little time behind bars is preferable to letting you run around with whatever that was. It's not good for your health. Right on cue, you hear the distant wails of police sirens approaching quickly. Are we just going to pretend we didn't see all that horse demon running around with half its head blown off? I agree. I feel we moved on too quickly from the horse demon. Perhaps we should comb the woods with torches and pitchforks. No one is going after that thing. You're all going back to work. Break's over. All right, whatever you say, boss. You just shot a demon, so no way I'm going to cross you today! We just need to run away with him. The crowd disperses, though many cast lingering glances as they go. One last look at the place where Reese's blood and tissue still paint the ground. Wait, before the cops get here, I found these birthday cards stashed away. They're from your dad. Tabitha, I don't want things like this. I wish we could just talk to me. Ugh, I don't care about any of this. Reese is out there bleeding to death. I can't just stand around here arguing with you. Yeah, I don't care about anything but Reese right now. Oh, yes, feel free to lead the cops on the chase through the woods, directly to that thing. They have more firepower than I do. I'm sure they'll be able to kill it much more efficiently. But they wouldn't, right? No, because Monstera isn't going to risk that. Not that there's time anyway. The sirens finally stop as the squad car pulls up. Deputy Franklin steps out, slamming the car door and ending your conversation before it can get anywhere useful. This isn't a pleasant coincidence. I've been looking for you all morning, city slicka. You're in a lot of trouble, Monstera. Too much trouble to let you keep wandering around causing mayhem. Are you saying you were planning to take my cousin in, officer? As a matter of fact, I was. Yes, Miss Scarlet, yes. We see there have been all these problems around town lately, and I don't need any explanation. That's why I called you up here to have Monstera arrested. My workers can attest to the fact that a mutilated lunatic was sent here this morning to attack me, and my only thought, and only through my own quick action was I able to survive. But I have every reason to suspect Monstera had something to do with it. And knowing that I know about Monstera, I have no reason to doubt you. Monstera, you have the right to remain silent. You're going to do exactly what the doc tried to do to Reese, and I promise you it'll go about as well. You're going to do me exactly what the doctor tried to do to Reese, and I promise you it'll go about as well. Hold on, are you confirming that you have information on what happened to the Kellys? Monstera, you aren't helping your case one bit. Anything you say can and will be used against you in the court of law. And just like that, the strike is over. All she had to do was shoot off Steven. You know. We do need to work on his diet. We need to get him on a workout plan. We need to work on his diet. We'll get him back to shape. Yeah, we totally did. I told you, Monstera has one thing on her mind, and it's horse demon, okay? She is fixated. Like, one-track mind, she just wants her boyfriend. Like, Deputy Franklin whips out a pair of handcuffs, and in some sleek professional academy maneuver, they're locked around your wrists in seconds flat. Well, the lunatic ran off into the woods. He's been hurt. All this blood is his. I think he needs an ambulance. If you could get one out there. I'm not even sure that thing counts as a man. You might want to see if you can get animal control involved instead. Oh, is that my Chula? Hold on a second. My puppy is crying. There we go. I am back. But that's low priority. Take care of my cousin first. Miss Scarlet, in one last matter of business, since that thing is still out there, I'd prefer if you came down to the station, at least until we did a sweep of the woods to ensure your safety. What, like, get in the squad car? Like a criminal? You can follow along in your own vehicle if you would be more comfortable. But I have work to do. I can't just... It's okay, Tabby. I can hold down the fort for you. I mean, I obviously won't try running the place, but I'll keep an eye on things. Fine, fine. Okay, I'll follow along in my car. Probably for the best. This way I can make sure Monstera is secured. 6-star wanted level. Get arrested after doing everything you can to get on the police's bad side? Good side? I don't know what that said. But I got it. I got another achievement. As you're shoved into the car, a voice crackles over the radio. Franklin, pick up already. We ain't got all day, boy. Apologies, Sheriff. I was just apprehending Monstera as discussed this morning rendezvous. Don't call it that. It makes it sound like some kind of date at a French restaurant. It was our coffee meeting. But that's beside the point. We need you up at the farms pronto. Got ourselves a possible 187 Bruin. 10-4. Damn. This day just keeps getting crazier. Suppose you'll have to come along for the ride, miss. Deputy Franklin wastes no time in turning on the sirens, blasting down the road towards whatever emergency is underway, with you in tow. It's possibly one of the few times he has ever been able to do this, and despite his sunglasses and stiff demeanor, there's definitely an excitement in the way he cruises around the treacherous mountain turns. This is the end of this part. Okay, so we're going to save this. And then we're going to load this. All right. And... I was in the Forbidden Wing, and some of the stuff I saw freaked me out, and he got freaked out. I'm thinking this one. You were going to lock me in a tiny cell in the estate. He was just trying to protect me. Huh? How did you... Wait, what? Stella? What? Stella? Stella what? I mean, that's ridiculous. Right, Tabby? What, Stella? Bitch, you know? Bitch, you know. Bitch, you know. Bitch, you know. What do you mean you know? Bitch, you know. Oh, fuck you, Stella. More reasons that we don't like you. Bitch, you know. Okay. Okay. Okay, I see you, bitch. More importantly, why is Reese like that? Do we think he's gonna be okay? He had better not be okay. If it comes back, I won't hesitate to exercise my Second Amendment rights. I'll do it as many times as I need to before it either dies or learns its lesson. Yeah. Hopefully it doesn't come to that, Tabby. I think we'd better call an ambulance. But in the meantime, Monstera, you should come back to the office, or maybe the estate. You should be with people who can keep you safe. Now, fuck you, bitch. No. Need. Please surely be on their way. Right on cue, you hear the distant wails of police sirens approaching quickly. Are we just gonna pretend we didn't see that horse demon running around with half its head blown off? I agree. I feel we should, we moved on too quickly from the horse demon. Perhaps we should comb the woods with torches and pitchforks? No, no one is going after that thing. You're all going back to work. Break's over. All right, whatever you say, boss. You just shot a demon, so no way I'm gonna cross you today. The crowd disperses, though many cast lingering glances as they go. One last look at the place where the Reese's blood and tissue still paint the ground. Wait, before the cops get here, I found these birthday cards stashed away. They're from your dad. Huh? Holy shit. Did you know about these, Tommy? I don't think that digging out some saccharidine cards is enough for me to forget what just happened. In fact, not even more angry. Why were you digging through old documents in the first place, huh? Trying to unearth something valuable to sell, maybe? Tabby, you know that's not... No, I don't know. I barely know the first thing about Monstera's true moral character, but I can't say I like what I've seen in the slightest. Why would I trust someone who goes trifling through my things every time I turn my back? Why would I trust someone who fraternizes with bloodthirsty fucking monsters? The sirens turn back, finally stop as the squad car pulls up. Deputy Franklin steps out, slamming the car door and ending your conversation before it can get anywhere useful. Well, if this isn't the pleasant coincidence, I've been looking for you all morning, Slitty Sicker. You're in a lot of trouble. You're taking her away. Yes, I am. No worries. I called you to arrest her. You're doing to me exactly what the dog tried to do, Reese, and I promise you it'll go just about as well. Stella, Reese is your friend. How could you let them talk? A deputy, I believe, we may have gone off the wrong foot. Let me explain. You're just buying her story. I didn't even get to defend myself. What about due process? Tabitha might have just murdered a man and you're arresting me. Let me go. Reese needs my help. You're just buying her story. I don't even get to defend myself. What about due process? Due process is for the courts. My job is to look out for the citizens I swore to protect. Anything you can say will be used against you in a court of law. Deputy Franklin whips out a pair of handcuffs in his sleek police academy maneuver. Wait, the lunatic ran off into the woods. He's been hurt. Not even sure if that thing counts as a man. But that's low priority. Take my cousin first. Follow me. You shoved him to the car. Okay, that's where that one ends. Valid crash out, to be honest. Yeah. Deputy Franklin wastes no time. Turn on the sirens. Okay, so we'll save that. Alright, let's try not to kill her now. Please don't eat my cousin. She's the only family I have left. We both know the bonds of blood might as well be the chains, but you found out before she could do anything. That's good. We could stop her. I could stop her. You can't be suggesting what I think you're suggesting. We aren't even sure she's going to do. She might not know anything about this. You can't let the doctor be right about you. Violence isn't always the answer. Reese, you can't. She's my cousin. What if something goes wrong? What if she fights back? Because she does have a gun. He laughs. I'm not scared of her. I don't think she'll be expecting me. I'll be quick. I won't draw it out the way I did before. And then we'll both be safe. Reese takes forward to close the distance between you. Stares down at you for a moment, his eyes crawling down your face, taking you in before finally resting on your lips. His own part slightly revealing the lips of gleaming fangs. He's hesitant, his shoulders stiffening. I'm not gonna mess it up this time. You start to lean forward, your eyelids fluttering. Yeah, I don't think it's possible, but I can at least choose not to follow him, which is likely going to end with him dying, which sucks. But I think I'm going to choose not to follow him this time. His hands are on you, one clamped down on your shoulder, clutching tight, and the other winds its way back up your neck, tightening around your skull, pulling you in, pressing your lips to yours. The maw of his seems to engulf your entire face, his teeth close around your jaw. The warm wetness of his mouth nearly suffocating, the long forked tongue slithers out, sliding around the inside of your cheek, exploring your like it has a mind of its own. His sharp fingernail tips dig into the skin of your scalp, and you feel something prehensile and thin and strange, his tail wrapping around your legs, pulling you even closer. You feel thoroughly held, almost bound by the monstrous man. Then he pulls away, his chest heaving with satisfied breaths as he grins down at you, exposing the sharp teeth that has been pressed into your cheek for a moment ago. I'll come back when it's done. He straightens up, seeming to pull himself back together, shaking off the momentary trance. I'll protect you, I promise. This won't be our last kiss. And then he's gone, scampering off into the woods, followed by a strange living painting, on his way to do something unspeakable to your cousin. He asked you to wait, but you can't do that. Not with the town the way it is. You have to keep moving. So I'm going to do 2 routes. We were on 5, right? Yeah. One where I wait and one where I go for help. You do as you're told, doing your best to wait patiently for Reese to return. Time passes. You remain alone in the woods. With an uncharged phone, you have no real sense of exactly how much time passes. But the precise number of minutes you spend sitting shocked, still in the woods with an elevated heart rate doesn't matter. What starts as the impatience of waiting for a partner to return from an errand becomes the creeping feeling that it's taking entirely too long. And that creeping feeling twists into a stark realization. Something must have happened to him. Something must have gone wrong. Could your cousin have managed to best him? Could Wayne have caught up with him and finally finished him off? Whatever happened, you can't stay still any longer. You have to do something. But where could you possibly turn to next? Forget about anything else. Chase after Reese. I'm going to the police. I'm going to someone I can trust. The only way out of this is by finding the rest of the code starvings alone if I have to. Okay, so I think we'll do one route where we chase Reese, and then we'll do another route where we just go after the stone carvings. Because I can't think of anyone else that she would trust. Reese may have a head start, but at least you know where he's going. You chase after him, desperate to catch up before he manages to make his move. But you don't quite make it to your destination before you're stopped by the whoop of a police siren. Monstera. I'm glad I managed to find you. It seems there's been an incident at the mines. And you came to find me? Why? It would seem that your cousin was attacked by, and this is an eyewitness testimony, some sort of horse demon? Or maybe an escaped giant, Macquae? I don't know what that word is. Macu? Macaque. I don't know what that word is. Infected with a genetically engineered strain of super herpes. Before you ask, she's fine. She wisely keeps herself armed, so she managed to get off a good couple of shots before that thing managed to do whatever it intended to do. And seeing as to how it managed to rip the door off her trailer, I can't imagine it had the best intentions. We are not going to incriminate ourselves. We're going to remain silent. You say nothing, waiting for more details. I advised Miss Scarlet to follow along in her vehicle so she could join us at the station for a chat. There's no safer place for either of you to be right now. And besides, I've been meaning to bring you in for questioning. Real grisly as scene I found at the Kelly's place this morning, and I know you've been there this week. I cannot help but feel that what happened there is connected to this morning's incident at the mines. I've actually got a lot of questions for you right now. Remain silent. This is not some sort of negotiation. I am an officer of the law who takes their job seriously, and shit is currently hitting the fan. Frankly, you can either come with me of your own free will or in handcuffs. It doesn't make a bit of difference to me. Okay, I'll come willingly. That is exactly what I wanted to hear. Look, I didn't get arrested! That totally makes sense. As you get into the car, a voice crackles over the radio. Franklin, pick up already. We haven't got all day, my boy. I got her. All right, pronto. Cool. All right. Save that one. Now let's see if I have any friends. I'm assuming this one will play out the same way, but I'll still try it. Does she have any friends? Ooh, that is a good route. Bo. Bo, Sybil, Oscar, Stella. That's a fun avenue to play with. Once we have the next part. That's fair. That's right. If your mind darts to someone who means something to you, someone important to the things going on in Scarlet Hollow. At least you think she is, or he is, or whoever they are. No, she. Probably she. Yes? And you probably think she might be someone important, at least to the mystery. There's a blurred place that comes to your mind when you think about this person. Less of a place and more of a location. But less of a location and more of an idea of a location. A sort of almost location where you feel like you should know where it's meant to be, but where you couldn't for the life of you describe it. But you could follow that important feeling. Walk alongside the strange feeling. Trace the fang threads of memory forgotten. And then the police show up and intercept. Yeah. You don't quite make it to your destination. Whoop of a police siren. Monstera. Okay. So then that's that. And I'm assuming this will lead to the exact same route. We're going to do it just to make sure. Yeah, that's not an option. Finest haven't exactly been the most helpful cops in the world, but it's possible this is the only case because they've been confirmed to have by hard evidence. Everything at the state clearly is in access. Going to the police is the sensible option right now. You start to make your way downtown. Yeah, I'll say I'm going to switch to the one where I don't kill his mom next for the continuity of actually getting to do more. But you don't quite make it to your destination before you're stopped, ironically, by the whooping of a police siren. Monstera, I'm glad I managed to find you. It seems there's been an incident by the mines. Okay, cool. So I can't even be like, I was coming to find you, bud. Sup, bro? Okay. So then we're going to load this one. This is a world where she is not dead. We're going to skip the recap because it's the same, only we didn't kill the mom. Lonely piano refrains. Okay, so we're going to get our bearings. Stand wobbly. We're going to do the exact same stuff. Not following the music. Okay. So, new route. Yes, this is still Monstera. This is literally the exact same game, except for I didn't kill his mom. I used my hotness to not kill his mom, basically. Tabitha deserves a chance to explain herself. She is your cousin after all. You'll just tell her everything you saw, and surely the two of you can have a healthy and productive conversation to get to the bottom of things, right? Maybe going to hear her side of things directly is your best course of action. I need to see Tabitha. Maybe there's an explanation for what I witnessed. File where he's dead on the character. No, I don't think so. On this character, no, I don't have a file where he's dead. Because with Monstera, the whole point was to romance Reese, so there is not a variant where he dies. So he is currently still alive. I need to go see Tabitha. Maybe there's an explanation for what I've witnessed. Tabitha needs to know what's been hiding in her home. Tabitha, I need going to someone I can trust. Okay, so let's meet up with him again and see what happens. This needs its own number, so I can keep track. So 5 is Monstera with a dead mom, and 7 is Monstera without a dead mom. Because I can always go to his mom and talk to her. Going to someone I can trust. That's right, you can manage to throw yourself into the arms of someone you can actually trust. Maybe they can help you, maybe you don't have to deal with this alone. Can you trust anyone? There's a sound in the woods to your right, snap branching. Is my boy. It's Reese, standing nervously at the edge of the woods. The warped faces of his paintings stare down at you from safety of the trees. Are you okay? You look scared. Oh, and he sounds human. He's not red writing. Is it me? I'm sorry. I know I must have seemed kind of unhinged last night, but I'm okay. I'm not gonna hurt you. Hog him! You rush forward, catching the nervous creature off guard as you wrap him in your arms. Oh. Oh, I don't want to lock up my baby. I don't know. If you trap him, I'm sure he's mad. Like, I can't imagine him wanting to romance you if you lock him in a cage, you know? It takes him a moment to react, tensing in your grip, as if his mind refuses to accept that you would choose to touch him. Well, you're hot, so yeah, I'm hot. Who knows what can happen? But he softens, folding his long limbs around you, holding you gently against his bony chest. You can hear his heartbeat. It quickens as you hold him closer, like a fluttering bird trapped inside his ribs. Together, you measure your breaths, both of you calming yourselves with the other's presence. He eventually pulls away, though his lingering hands seem reluctant to part with you, sliding all the way down your arm before they finally return to his side. Monstera, so you missed me too. Okay, so telling him everything is what caused a lot of problems. But I need to get out of town. There's something bad going on around here. We shouldn't stay. Okay, so we'll make a save. Thank God you're here. Won't believe what I found in the estate. Reese listens intensely as you attempt to put it all into words, trying to form coherent sentences despite the panic that still threatens to reduce you to a blabbering nonsense. Being dragged away in your sleep, the hidden study. Finally, tell him about the cell, the tiny, dirty room, unfortunately well used. Not unlike the cement prison Dr. Kelly had prepared, his eyes widen. So your family trapped someone there for who knows how long. And I'd bet anything it was going to be you stuck in there next. I never thought we'd have something like that in common. I don't think you should trust Tabitha. There's no way she's innocent in all this. I mean, she's been cagey all week, hasn't she? And I feel like if someone should be able to spot when someone is trying to trap them in a tiny cell, it would be me. You need to stay away from her. But it's okay, you have me now. I'll never let that happen to you. Okay. Okay. This is not bad. This is not anything is possible when you're hot. Oh yeah, it is. Your paintings. We need to find the other stone carvings. They're clearly important. Oh yeah, some of them are following me around. They're not dangerous or anything. At least not these ones. We need to find the other stone carvings. They're clearly important. That's exactly what I was going to say. Ever since we found one in the basement, it's like I can hear them. There are definitely more. They're talking to me, but not in words, just in feelings and shapes. Nothing I can really explain. There was one in the library, right? That one feels like a headache. Like it's trying to go somewhere and keeps hitting a wall. And up at the mines, it sounds like whispering. And it feels cold, even though it feels like fire when I focus on it. I felt another one last night, somewhere in the woods. I think I was near Duke's place. It was like roots underground, warm and growing, taking something that doesn't belong to it. It's lonely, but it doesn't want me there. But that just makes me think it's where we need to go, even if it means we might find something else like me. Okay, we're not getting Stella. We don't like Stella. We shouldn't do this alone. We should go get, oh my god, why am I forgetting her name? Your friend with the braids. Ooh, I can point her out. We shouldn't do this alone. We should go get Sybil. I'm nervous to go there right now. If anything could happen, shouldn't we start telling other people? Let's do this instead of waiting for things to happen to me. You sound crazy. Okay, so let's do 2 routes. We should do this alone. We should go get, oh my god, why am I forgetting her name? Your friend with the braids. He stares blankly in response, confusion settling over his inhuman features. She's one of your oldest friends. You know, general store goth? This is weird. I know who you're talking about, but it's like I can't focus on her. was in that basement for too long. Clearly, I started forgetting people I shouldn't forget. I just need to jog my memory, that's all. We'll go into town, and I'm sure it'll all come back to me. Though I can't exactly go into town looking like this. I tried to put everything back the way it was, but I don't think I got it quite right. I'll have to follow and watch from the bushes, if we don't want people to panic. Reese glances nervously back out at the road, then at you. He's hesitating, but first, just in case something happens. He takes a step forward. You see in his eyes, he's working himself up to something, his hand hovering between you, reaching, but afraid to close the distance. Finally, it finds your cheek. His fingertips are cold from his long, lonely night in the woods, his claws sharp and unyielding as they press gently into your skin. An almost imperceptible color rises onto his face. His breaths come quicker, his lips parting slightly, hopefully. His nervous eyes settle on your mouth. Kiss. Aw, kiss his palm or kiss him. So we've already kissed him in the other one, so I guess kissing his palm could be cute. Kind of want to do both. I want both kisses. Kiss his palm. You look into his eyes and you lean into his hand, kissing it gently. You can practically see it melt. He lets out a small gasp, eyelids fluttering. Before you can react, he wraps you in his wiry arms, his hand snaking around the back of your head, pushing your face into his. Your lips connect. He's rough at first, the excitement of the moment overtaking him, his other hand gripping you firmly around the waist. He nearly bends, his bend nearly doubles as his whole body leans into yours. But he eases up, his unpracticed lips softening. The forked tip of his tongue gently explores your bottom lip, and yours runs along across his pointed teeth. His mouth a warm contrast to his cold body. His claws crawl across your scalp, and a shiver ripples through your skin and down your spine. Oh, cute. Okay, I got both. He finally pulls away, gasping, his chest heaving with satisfied breaths. He smiles his wide, toothy grin. Okay, now we can go. He's so cute, all excited. Before you get the chance to stop him, he scampers away, his long, wishing tail disappearing into the underbrush. His paintings follow him, slithering away. Even though he's faded from sight, you can still feel the presence watching him from behind the trees, silent. You can walk the rest of the way down towards town, knowing you aren't alone. There's a monster watching, looking out for you. And yet, when you arrive to town, you can't help but feel like the place you intended to go is wrong. An old bricked-up building where you're certain that something else used to be. Or rather, where you're almost certain it used to be, since renovations like this don't happen overnight. Hey! You turn to see Miles, though something gnaws at you. You know his name, and his face, and his personality. Something is missing. The connective tissues of your memory. Monstera, I have to talk to you. There's something going on, but I can't remember what. It has to do with Sybil and somebody else, and that somebody feels really important. And I feel like if I don't remember before it's too late, somebody's gonna... Never mind. This was stupid. I just sound crazy. He doesn't sound crazy, though. You feel an odd sensation as he's talking, a creeping recognition, but you can't seem to hold on to it. A slippery thought that refuses to be fully recognized. What is the other options? Why will it not... Okay. No, you're not crazy. There's something wrong. It has to do with your family. But you draw a blank on just who Miles' family is supposed to be. I knew it. I knew something was wrong. But I don't know what it is. Nothing happened. I woke up and everything was normal. And then Sybil said she was going somewhere with somebody. No, wait. The person was there too. I talked to them. And then they left and I went out to the street because the office is closed for renovations. So I had to wait outside until it was done. Feels like he's recounting a dream. The memory slipping through his fingers as the words leave his lips, leaving only emotion. This is how I felt when Dad died. But nobody's dead. Please make it stop. Memory slips through the barrier of fog rolling through your mind. He has a sister, doesn't he? What was her name? Why did you come to talk? Why did you come to me with this? Have you talked to anyone else about this? Sybil is behind this somehow, I just know it. Why did you come to me with this? I don't know, I guess. I thought you might know something. Whatever. Have you talked to anyone else about it? No. Everyone else lives here, and I don't need people looking at me funny for the rest of my life. But I should have just kept my mouth shut. It's not like you know anything anyways. Sybil is behind this somehow. I know she is. I don't think so. She helps people. I just wish I knew where she was. She would know what to do. Maybe when she comes back. Miles looks confused. No, we can't wait. There's this crazy old guy on the edge of town. You gotta find him. Julius? He was always coming around to ask me weird questions. I don't remember what he asked or what I said, but I feel like it's important. And he wrote it all down in a notebook. You gotta get him to show you that notebook. I'd go out there, but I can't think straight. Not right now. I need somebody to fix this. For me, I don't want to feel this anymore. Not again. Please, not again. The singular whoop of a police siren interrupts the two of you before you can get the chance for any more questions. You've gotta be kidding me. Well, well, look who's bumming around town. Do you really think that everything you've done around here wouldn't catch up to you, Monstera? Excellent work detaining the suspect, Miles. I think you've earned an honorary deputy badge. Deputy Franklin hands Miles a sticker of a little badge. The young man looks down at it with an obvious disgust. Why are you even going after Monstera? What'd she do? Not that I need to tell a kid why I'm arresting someone, but a man died on Monday, and this city slicker is still the biggest suspect we've got. I just wish we'd been able to take you in after that mine collapse. Can't help but think we could have prevented this if we'd just acted on our instincts sooner. Plus, you just asked me. Is that enough reason for you? I don't care who you're related to. Justice will be served, and I will be getting to the bottom of things. Whatever, man. I'm getting out of here. Thanks again for your service, son. This town owes you a great debt. Don't make this difficult, Monstera. You have the right to remain silent. I can run? You dumb oaf! Don't you know who my family is? You know who I'm related to, right? Dude, I have been picking up the slack for your asses all week. I've been helping people. You need to look at what I found at the estate today, please. I think my family has done really awful. Obviously, you don't understand. There's some sort of dungeon in the Scarlet Estate. I can't deal with any of this. I need to find the other stones. I need to figure out what's going wrong. You can't stop me. I feel like something bad is going to happen. Okay, I'll go quiet. Okay. I have so many options. Because I don't need to kiss Reese again because I saw what happens. Run! You don't have time for this. Without saying another word, you turn tail and run as fast as you can. Hey, cut it out! You're only making yourself look more guilty! But words aren't real. They can't stop you from running. No, the only thing that could stop you now is excruciating pain as every muscle in your body starts to spasm wildly out of control. Ha! Dang, I've always wanted to use this thing. Now, where was I? Right, anything you say can and will. You hear the click of handcuffs sliding into position around your wrists as you hear nothing. At least not until the cruiser, in which you find yourself crumpled in the back seat, blares its sirens and picks up speed. This is the end of part 5. Oh, that's hilarious. Okay. What else can we do other than getting tased? Dude, I've been picking up your slack for your asses all week. I've been helping people. Helping people, huh? Is that why everything around here goes to hell in the past few days? Call me old-fashioned, but help doesn't mean making things worse, at least not to me. Where was I? Right. Anything they can will be used against you in a court of law. Deputy Franklin whips out a pair of handcuffs, tightening them quickly around your wrists. You have the right to remain. Talk to a lawyer for advice before we ask you questions. You have the right to a lawyer during questioning. If you cannot afford a lawyer, one will be appointed to you. He escorts you to the cop car, reciting your Miranda rights. If you decide to answer questions now without a lawyer present, you have the right to stop answering at any time. Now, there, watch ahead. As you're shoved into the car, the voice crackles. Okay. Richie girl. Hi. Hello. Thank you. I love your kisses. What's up? Yeah. Also, you don't understand. There's some sort of dungeon in the Scarlet Estate. Don't try to distract me. I got a job to do. I'm gonna do it unless the sheriff tells me otherwise, so don't interrupt me again. Where was I? I'm arresting you in a court of law. Okay. Well, then that is where we will stop. Because that is all that we can do so far with this one. Yeah, I just wanted to ensure if there was any new dialogue that was worth pursuing. Because also that could affect future conversations if I... maybe. But yeah, alright. That is the end. We will be back when the next part comes out. Bye!